Hey, this is Kyle. So this is a recording from the live stream I did on August 18th. The first 15 minutes or so, I lost the audio, but basically I'm starting from the DFX template React, and then I go through all of the process of updating that and getting it set up for the IC Avatar application that I want to build. So mainly that involves renaming a bunch of stuff first, followed by some small Webpack config tweaks, but I'll give you a link so that you can jump ahead to where I actually have audio and start discussing things. This is a long-form recording of the full process of building an internet computer front end. So we're taking the previous 4 episodes of IC Avatar, and now we're adding a front-end interface for it. This video isn't for everyone, but if you are interested in seeing the full process in real time, this is for you. And I will be adding a episode 5 to the series where we basically just look at the important parts where it connects to the existing application. Alright, that's it from me. See you in another 14 minutes or so. Test. Yeah, I see it spiking now. All right, cool. So what I just did was I emptied out the existing application. We've got DFX up and running. Yeah, should be good to go. Great. I guess I'll redo the intro just for safety here. Welcome to the first live stream of Coding with Kyle. Technical difficulties and all. We're taking the DFX React template from my GitHub, and now we're adapting this for IC Avatar. So I just started by renaming everything from hello to avatar, changing the Webpack config, just to reflect that naming change. And now we're good to go with a nice front-end setup. So what we're working with is now that we've built our Motoko application, DFX is generating this full interface for us, which is lovely. And we can take this interface and use it by importing this JavaScript file that we auto-generate. So Avatar is going to be able to make calls to the internet computer. But in the previous episode, what we had just set up was we're doing this all with authentication. So I'm going to show how to use the Auth client package to interface with the internet computer's internet identity application. And we're going to use that here with create actor. Yeah, there is a way to generate declarations without DFX deploy. There's a post on kylepeacock.com. I wrote a blog post about that, one of my last couple ones. All right, so we've got the basic information here. And I did pre-code some of this, so I'm going to reference my structure. Great. So the first thing I want to do is I actually want to install React Spectrum, which is this tool that comes from Adobe. It's a really nice accessibility-oriented React library. So I'm going to do down here npm install Adobe/React Spectrum. And yeah, so that's all we're doing with the Webpack setup is now we copy using package.json. We copy from DFX local into the main section here. And we also set up like a environment variable replacement for a couple things that make it easy to work for local versus internet computer. All right, so we've got our provider. So inside of here, yeah, everything's going to go in the provider. And I also want styled components just because that's my favorite tool for styling. Oh, I don't need that there. Cool. So that should render. Alright, that's good. So the black theme is coming because it's actually like automatically doing a dark mode based on my system settings, which is nice. Also gonna drop in main here. Right, so this whole recording is going to be going up as a mostly unedited stream so that people can see the whole process, and we'll put like links throughout it to see like what the different stages are. And then I'm basically going to do a new take where I will focus explicitly on just the business logic. So for the main episode, I don't want people to have to like worry about React specific stuff. Just more like how to wire it up. Okay, so that's main. Double check here. Interesting. I think... Oh, I must have done some stuff over in CSS. I'm just going to copy that over because CSS is boring. Assets, CSS. There we go. So now I've got a full blank slate to work with here. And I also work in mobile by default, just because most people do use mobile devices on the internet broadly. Jump into here. The title of this page is IC Avatar. Okay, so that's kind of the basic setup. Let's go ahead and throw in a little bit of extra Webpack config and just get that out of the way. Right. So I want to use a couple modules that aren't in here right now. So we've got CSS loader. I'm also going to use SVGR Webpack and URL loader. This is going to allow me to just sort of have static assets that I can import nicely. And we're going to drop in index.d.ts. And this is just going to make TypeScript be happy about when I try to import those assets. Oh yeah, and I don't have React yet, so or React's types. So I'll do that and that types, React dev, React DOM. Yeah, the Webpack stuff can be a lot. Like, I like using Parcel and some other tools for it. But I do keep coming back to Webpack because it's just so configurable. So I'll restart that to take advantage of those. Let me just double check to make sure that there wasn't anything else I needed. Oh yeah, there's the II URL. I'll just go ahead and do that now as well. No, I'll get to it when we get there. Okay, so we've got our basic application. Yep, I'll put the finished code up on github.com/krpeacock. That's where I've been posting most of the rest of it. Maybe I'll even put it in the tutorial repo. Actually, yeah, the code that I'm working toward is already pushed up there, so you can check that out at Let me pull that up really quick. There we go. So yeah, the code that I'm working toward is already up here. Oh, someone already got to it. Thank you. Yeah. All right, so stepping back, the things that we're going to need to do, the very first thing that I think we should start with, because everything is authenticated in my strategy, is that I'm going to take the Auth client and initialize that here in my React project. Oh, and actually before I do that, I just remembered these here, there's a version that I would rather use, which is the beta stuff, which will get released really soon. So I'm going to use 10.0 beta.1. I can do npm I I'll do the beta version of the Auth client as well. The beta version has an update where we shift away from all use of buffer and the Node.js style polyfill. So that was Hans's last contribution before he took off. So that's a really nice feature. So everything's all array buffers and uint8 arrays now. And that's just very much how I want it to be going forward. So that'll be a whole 10.0 release, which will also come with SecP 256K1 support. Great, so that's all installed. Oh, those are dev dependencies for some reason. Oh, well, doesn't really matter. Great, so we've got our Auth client, and let's set this sucker up. For this application, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one giant app context that everything will be able to tap into. So let's start that off here. Create context. Which will have an Auth client. Of type Auth client, or optional. And I'll initialize that with just this. Now, everything inside of here, I'm also going to pass as an app context.provider with a value of Auth client. And so now the whole app will be able to have access to the current version of the Auth client. And so now we need to actually set that up. I'm using React hooks here. I don't want to get into too much. Fuck. Wait, no. Did I lose internet? Am I still live? I just saw that I got a network error over in Twitch. Oh well, I'll hope that it's still working. All right, so this will kind of give us that. And now I'm going to set it up in a use effect hook. Great, so now we will initialize our auth client once the page loads, add it into our state up here, and then the whole application will be able to inherit that. Undefined is not a function. Oh, of course. I forgot, I'm not using TypeScript yet. So I'm just going to convert these to TSX. And update this guy so that the entry point is TypeScript. Well, guess I'm back. I need to expense some better internet, apparently. This is not great. Yeah, I need to have a word with Comcast, I think. This is kind of unacceptable. All right, so I just switched from JSX to TSX. And that's a promise, so now I can do this. And the value needs to be an object. Great. So now this should be happy. Oh, did I kill the server? Yeah, recapping on the auth stuff. So basically I'm importing from auth client, and what it's going to do is I'm using a context so that all of my components will be able to share it. It starts off in my application lifecycle as undefined, and then as soon as the page loads, I'm going to do authClient.create, then use the promise and the returned thing to handle that. So it's async, so I just need to like initialize it and then pass that to the rest of the page. And this wants the styled components types to be added. Still not about styled components. But yeah, the auth client is just a utility that we're going to have here. So create, it will try to read if you have any existing identity from local storage. And if that fails, then you'll need to do a login, which will give you a new delegation identity and go through that whole pattern. All right, IC Avatar, we're back up. So we can also go ahead and we need to keep track of like whether or not we're authorized or authenticated. So let's do const is authenticated. So false by default. And I'll also do like a is loaded just to help manage the UI logic. So we're not loaded by default. So after we've got set auth client, then we can do set is authenticated client dot is authenticated. Oh, that's a promise. So I'll do this guy as async. There. And then set loaded true. Great. So that'll get us set up there. So now down here in the body, let's do a flex component. Max width of 900. Just because there's not much content that's going to go into this, and I like to keep it tight. And then inside of here, if we're not authenticated, and we're not loaded, then we will render a not authenticated view. Otherwise, let's just do null. Now we need an isAuthenticated view, so I'll create a component for this. This, let's just return a section. And just kind of proof of concept that. What are you mad about here? Why is null not allowed? It's gotta be some weird typing on their part. Alright, are we happy again? Yeah, so that would be more ternary logic, which everyone loves. So not is authenticated. Oh, then that will be just null. Bring my different cases here. This little thing is called like a fragment. Alright, let's check this out. Good. It knows that we're not authenticated. Alright, now let's code our not authenticated view. Gonna drop this guy in. So the first thing that we need to do is get our auth client. And import app context. So that we've got that. So we've got you are not authenticated. We'll just do a simple button. So we're going to log in when you click. And this will modify the same auth client in memory as the rest of the application. So we can just do that basically. Oh yeah, and then finish the button. So that's like the basic case. We're going to need to be a little bit more clever just because we need to do this for local development. But I click this, it bumps us over to identity.ic0.app. But because of this glitch where we can't accept signatures from the mainnet, we're going to need to like run internet identity locally. All right, so that is going to look like over here. Go to webpack.config. And then over here where we're doing string replacements, we're going to check whether we're using a development server. If that, we'll do this localhost, local replica, otherwise the main one. All right, so rm rf.bfx/local. Look at this overly complicated startup command that they have. Here. So yeah, I've got a local copy of the internet identity repo, and I'm just building it and running it on my local replica. I'll copy this canister here, make sure that it matches R7IMP, that should be the same. Yep. And I'll restart my Webpack server while I'm waiting. Great. So we've got internet identity now running. Yeah, I know, right? It's a lot of work, but we're getting there. So now that I've restarted the server and reconfigured, if I click on login with II, no, we're still wrong. Oh, right, because I need to pass that in now. Here. So I come back into here, and I need to now configure login to use identity provider process.env.ii URL, like we configured over in Webpack. Now that that's done, if I click here, perfect. I'll clear that because that's old. Create an identity anchor. It's so silly that I need to do the proof of work on local development. All right. Alright, got an identity. Yeah, I totally am going to add a recovery device to my local instance here. And that flow didn't work, which is fun. Try that again. Alright, now I can proceed. Great. We don't get any view of this here, but what I can do now is like program the application here so that once we are done, we can refresh the application rendering logic. So this is here. If it's loaded, then that else that. So in this case, I just need to be like, you are authenticated. So that is, if not is authenticated, right? And is not loaded. No, that can be null. Yeah, that logic's not quite right. Alright, well, first things first. I need to pass set is authenticated now into our app context. So down here, set is authenticated. I can import that. So after we've done the login, set is authenticated true. Cool. So actually now when we load, yeah, well that logic was wrong. Let me fix that now. So the strategy I did before was actually basically, I kind of piped the whether or not you're ready logic down to a home component. So I'll just do this here. All right, so we've got our home. And this isn't super important, so I'm just going to paste in this whole loader. Oh, that's right. And there's a whole thing here with TypeScript config that I needed to do. No, maybe not. I mean, I know that I need this for later. That's all. Index.d.ts, svg, webp. Still not live. This is really rough. And we're back to this terrible experiment. While I was out, I'm kind of like refactoring. So now I've got like a loading message. If you remember the whole fancy glitch thing. Yeah, welcome back. This has been rough. But refactored, so we go to if not authenticated, else we go to home. Loading message, yada yada. So now, yeah, some really minor internet issues. You know, this is acceptable for a live stream. Great. Okay, so I've got, because we have in our local storage the delegation, when we visit the page now, we are authenticated, and so it is taking us to our home. So the not authenticated login view is now successfully redirecting us to a view where we can start doing our application logic. Great. Now we can finally start dealing with fetching a profile and talking to the IC Avatar application. So 1 hour in, just getting started. Okay, so first things first, we want to figure out what our profile is. So that means that we need an actor. So if we come back to app, previously we just had our auth client. Now we're going to need to also add into the context a constructed actor that uses our identity. So this will depend on auth client. So we'll take our auth client and say auth client dot get identity, which is synchronous. So we get our identity, and we can say const identity is that. Now we can create a new actor by importing from our declarations. Oh, and I should delete those hello declarations in case I get that mixed up. All right, so we've got create actor. It needs to know our canister ID, which we can import, and then a config object, which will take actor options, and that's where we're going to pass our identity. That's apparently possibly undefined, so I'm just going to do as string. That's fine. And then our identity, actor config. Oh wait, no, this is agent options for the HTTP agent. Great. So we can say const actor is create actor. So now we need state for this. Actor, set actor. And this is going to be actor subclass typed to service from our auto-generated declarations. Yep. I guess or undefined. And we need to add the same thing up into here. Great, so now we can pass that in, and we can set actor that we've just created, and now actor is available in our context. All right, so that is going to set us up now for home. And we can do this kind of a thing. So const actor is react.use context app context use effect with actor. So now we can say, let's fetch our profile. So this will be a use state, just like before. And this type can be our profile that we import from our declarations. So this is where I love that it all comes together, right? Is I can fetch the profile and use the auto-generated profile and know everything. It just all comes together so nicely. So we're gonna go ahead and say actor dot read. And so in the previous episode, we sort of refactored so that we don't need to pass an ID. We're just using our own principal ID using authentication. So I can just do this, actor.read.then results. Yeah, if you are in the Discord, you can visit the tutorials channel. I share them there. Once we get live edits of new episodes, those go up on the Dfinity YouTube page. And if you follow, I don't really publicize it, but if you follow Kyle Peacock, I've got a Kyle Dfinity YouTube channel where I post the raw cuts just so that community can review them ahead of time. But yeah, the forum, the Discord page is kind of where we're mostly doing that engagement. All right, so we've got a result, which is of type result1 dot did. So the result1 is a variant of error or OK, using the result types that we worked on earlier. So I'm going to say, based on the results, if OK in result, set profile result dot OK, which will be of type profile. Yeah, so this will be a section. Great. Then down inside of here, let's just kind of really quick JSON.stringify our profile. So let's see if we can get a profile out of this. Not seeing anything, but I'm also not seeing any errors, so let's double check what we're doing here. Console.log. Error, awesome, not found. Oh, right. Of course we're not finding a profile, because there aren't any. We haven't created one. So that makes a lot of sense in retrospect. But that's what we're expecting here. So, let's think about how we want to manage the access flow here. I think what I want to do is I'm going to do const is loaded. Like so. So regardless of the outcome here, we're going to set is loaded to true. Yeah, that's fine. So if it's okay, then we will have a profile. But if we don't, we will say we have loaded, but we don't have a profile. So we'll do if is loaded So only if we have loaded, we load the next portion, and we'll have kind of two states down here. Well, first I'll kind of show off the loader because it's fun. Woo! So we get our fun little glitch loader there. Might even do flex, just in case that helps with the error message. No. Yeah, I get to bring that back, because no one can stop me. Alright, so the next things we need to do, we need to have a manage profile view, as well as a create profile. So we're not getting anywhere if we don't have a profile. But first things first, let's do the actual profile form. Because I'll be able to use the same form for both the create and edit logic. I'm going to do a submit callback as a prop here. And we'll use the profile update type that we declared so that this doesn't include an ID, but it has all of the other fields like the bio and stuff. And return void. Yeah. Yeah, and I did this one as a class because it gets a little bit messy otherwise. So I'm just going to do that here. So I like functional components a lot, but the state that we're going to manage here is going to represent like all of the form fields, and it just gets like messy. So that's our state, and we can do constructor super props. And we'll use the form component from Spectrum. Which on submit is going to need to handle some extra logic to format our inputs here. submit. This is extreme boilerplate stuff, but it is what it is. And now we need to render all of our inputs here. Where are you, Matt? Children is missing. We can deal with that. All right. Now for each of the fields, text field. This is just going to be a text input. I know, we are getting there bit by bit. It's a long haul. Okay. All right. Let's knock it out. Label is going to be first name. And this will be our given name from the bio type that we've got. And on change. Based on, this gives us a value directly from the text field. So I'll just call this value. Then I need a handle change logic. Same deal here. So on change, we will handle change of the value. Oh, and I also will pass along the name of this. And value. All right, so let's just set up handle change up here. So the first argument will be a key string, and then a value string. I'll just kind of show this, like, why I'm about to do what I'm doing. This part gets obnoxious in TypeScript for React. So if I were to just say new state, lost internet again. So it gets mad at that. And this will basically allow us to update with our field name and set a value up here in this state. Still not back online, but I'm just going to go ahead and do some boilerplate here. Alright, stream is still down, but I don't want to lose too much time here. So I'm just gonna keep up with it. I'll summarize once people can come back online. So we also can accept a name, which in this case I'm just gonna handle by joining stuff, the first name and last name. Alright, stream is back alive, but it's a lot of fun. Alright, so we've got our name from the two names. And now we need to assemble this into a profile. Which will be a profile update type. also imported from our package. So this expects a bio. And now we need to take all of our info like this. So if there is a name, then we will have name. Yeah, hey, welcome back. For people rejoining the stream, I basically just did all of this boilerplate filled in the rest of the fields, set up our handle change logic to update the state, and now I'm updating the bio so that we take the state and we turn it into the correct result types. So that'll look something like this. Given name, family name. Whoops. About display name, location. So now we've got a happy profile, no more squigglies. And I can now do the submit callback, which takes a profile because we've got a valid profile. Great, so that's all the logic that we needed for here. We now have a profile form, and let's go ahead and plug this into our create profile. So this is just going to be a view. All it needs to consist of is right here. Let's see. So it needs to know about const submit callback. Import that. Then I'll take the profile and I'm going to say actor.create, so I need my actor. Use state app on, oh wait, no, not state, context. App context. So then down in here, I will do actor dot create. Oh, and this won't take a profile. This will take a profile update object. I'll do that, and let's just do like a section. Create a new avatar. Then we'll do our profile form. Pass our submit callback to it. And we haven't seen our page in a long time. Alright, so we're logged out now. Let's do a quick login. Alright, so we're back at the home. Oh, did I not put that logic in to render the create page yet? That makes sense. Home. Yeah, so here. So, depending on profile, if we have a profile, then we will do the manage profile, which I haven't built yet. Otherwise, we will do create profile. And I'm also going to pass down the set profile method here so we can have a callback. Or wait, what did I name it? Yeah, set profile. So this can update the rest of the page. So we have wait, and then we can fetch the profile back. By reading. Oh, I see. So yeah, the home should actually know the full profile. Might as well. Profile, set profile, set profile. Oh yeah. So I need to do the OK thing again here. If OK. Where are you, mad? Object is possibly undefined. Yeah, so if created and just for good measure. Alright. A lot of setup, but now we should actually have the logic to render a real profile. Kyle, Peacock, Kyle, San Francisco. So I hit enter, and I gave absolutely no visual response, but we shall see if that's submitted. So far it's not doing anything, so I need to check my logic. On submit, handle submits. Debugger. Actually, for you, I want you to be a text area. And let's give it a submit button as well. Variant can be primary. All right, so I'm in here. That's good. I submitted callback and we got an update. So we got our OK response. And we have a newly created avatar. Hooray! That is create and read now working. Which is awesome. The last two steps are actually going to be pretty easy because we just did a lot of the heavy lifting with that profile form. So let's get our management dashboard now. Alrighty then. So we got our section. And so message.caller, yes. So when we make a call to our application, what's happening is, just to kind of like back up and explain the logic here. So we have in our app an actor that we've created with an HTTP agent that uses our identity. And so the HTTP agent is going to use the delegated identity from Internet Identity, which we've accessed with the Auth client. And all of the calls that we make to the internet computer, whether they're simple reads or whatever, they're going to pass that context along. And so now for things like create, this shared context in our message lets us access message.caller, and that caller is a principal that is derived from the identity that we're making our calls with. So that's how these all fit together. And so now all of our methods are fully authenticated. Later on, we might walk some of that back just for better user experience, but it's a pretty good start. The important thing is that no one can overwrite your own profile just because they feel like it. All right, so where are we? We're back to home. And home is going to need to now render a managed profile. We'll also give that a set profile and a profile. because it's going to need to be able to use the same form logic and make an update. I don't think it needs anything else besides that. Yeah. So now over in Manage, we can do profile of type profile. And we can do set profile React dispatch. Yeah, so I'm also going to go ahead and I did this from the last time around, but just a tiny amount of styling. So by default, inside of here, let's do like a nice welcome message. Heading level 2, welcome. Back. And let's do profile.bio.display name or profile.bio.given name. So we say, great, welcome back. And now let's display that name. Got a 2-column grid with a gap. And this is a CSS grid. 1 rem. Lost our internet connection again. So name, display name, first name, last name, location, about. Last name, family name, location, and about. Woo. Clean up that home comment up there. Great. Now the next thing is to keep track of if we're editing. So we need a different view for that. So down here, I'll add our button group, or action group. Action button. Unclick. And now the thing I need to do here is actually do the editing form. So if is editing return Hey, welcome back. Internet is alive again. That took a really long time. Submit callback. Right, so we need our actor. React dot use context. So we're gonna await actor dot update profile. Hey, welcome back. Let me wrap this up and I can cover what I did since I was last online. So if okay in response, alright, so if we've got our response back, then narrativeness and these things. Await actor.read if okay in profile response. Then I want to set profile with profile response.ok. So that'll update the state, and we've got our brand new shiny profile back. All right, so things I did. I'm displaying the information down here in a details list. And I've added a couple buttons. So we're loading, checking if we've got a profile. Unknown element, object in collection. I wonder what that could be. If is editing, return profile form. Forward graph, manage profile section. I'm not sure what's wrong here. Could be these guys. Let me just check that. Okay, something was wrong in there. This is our display of all the information. And basically we're having this set up here. I'm going to do this as a button group. And just because I know that it might be finicky about this, I'm going to wrap these in the text thing. From Spectrum. So text. And delete. Okay, great. So we've got edit and delete. So I click edit, now I'm back into here. And I've got most of the logic there, so I've got the submit callback and everything. So I'll just do a quick little allowing you to edit your profile. And I'll also give you a cancel button. out of that. Set is editing to false. Cancel. Cool. I think this all works now. Let's see if it does. Alright, welcome back, Kyle. Kyle. I'll do a different display name just to test that out. And about. Yeah, I forgot about that debugger. Clean that up in just a second here. So we've submitted. Maybe it did work. Let's see what the thing looks like. Okay, so it did update. I just need to handle that better. I'm just checking there. Edit, cancel, yeah. Alright, cool. So that is now create, read, and update. If that set profile set is editing false. I'll do that as well. We should be good. And now the final thing that we need to do is delete our profile. Handle delete. Or I'll just do delete profile. Actually, I don't need any arguments even. It's really simple. So if confirm, are you sure you want to delete your profile? If you want to delete your profile, then we will do actor.delete. And I'll do like window.reload. Or what is it? Location.reload? Yeah. That's delete profile. And just to verify. All right, thanks for dropping in. Final action, I do want to delete. And we no longer have an existing profile, but we are authenticated, so we can create an avatar. Great, so that sums it up. This is our little application. There's more cleanup that we can do, and I probably will do outside of the stream. But this is all of the functionality and one consecutive recording to wire up a React application that now supports create, read, update, and delete functionality with the IC avatar that we coded in Motoko. So thank you everyone who came in and participated in the stream. As rough as it was, Comcast is not having a great day. And I hope for anyone else who's jumped in to look at this has been helpful. There will be a cleaner version of this where I'll go back through and mainly talk about the application logic. But I wanted this to be a resource that's available for anyone who really wants a thorough dive into IC development.